So, as we all know, the Los Angeles Angels signed Anthony Rendon to a 7-year, $245 million contract. But this was a mistake. What is going on, guys? Sports All here. We're back with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about the Los Angeles Angels and why they made a mistake signing Anthony Rendon. Before I start, though, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and leave a like on this video. You guys, I'm on the road to 300 subscribers, so if you subscribe, we'll make it quicker. But without further ado, let's get into it. So let's go through the stats of Anthony Rendon in 2019. So in 2019, he was one of the best, if not the best, third baseman in baseball. He had a .319 batting average with 34 home runs, 126 RBIs, 44 doubles, and only struck out 86 times and 80 walks. So really, really good. And he was a free agent this offseason. And to be honest, I did not think the Angels would sign him because I didn't really think the Angels would need him. But they said, you know what, let's pull the trigger, because the reason why they really did this was because, one, they signed Joe Maddon, and Joe Maddon is a contending coach. And two, I just said it, the Angels are trying to contend because now they have a manager who's an actual contender. So they had to go out of free agency and sign some big guys. And they said, you know what, let's pull the trigger on Anthony Rendon and out from 7 years, $245 million. And what did Anthony Rendon do? He signed with them. But now, looking at this, I feel like the Angels should have thought twice about doing this. Because now the Angels are broke. And that's the reason why it was a mistake. These guys are broke now. But sports, who could they have gotten if they didn't sign Rendon? What they really needed this offseason was pitching. And they still need it. And the best free agent pitcher out there is Madison Bumgarner. So if they would have decided not to sign Rendon and said, you know what, let's try to get Bumgarner for like 3-4 years, it could have worked. Because Bumgarner said, quote, he's trying to make it to the World Series. That's what he said. So for Giants fans out there like myself, it doesn't look like he's going to be re-signing with us. So that's a huge rip. But anyways, back to the story. So let's look at some players on the Angels, like their contracts. Starting off with the guy who's easily getting paid the most, Mike Trout. He's getting paid 13 years. We all know his contract. He got a huge extension last year, and now the Angels, just because they did that, they're sort of broke for doing that. But then they signed Anthony Rendon, so now, who can they get? And it's not like this is the first time the Angels have done this. They have done this before with players like Albert Pujols, who's still on their team getting paid $28 million. But remember when they signed C.J. Wilson? So the Angels are still making mistakes with contracts. And I don't know when they're going to learn to actually be reasonable with contracts. Because what's the story we learned of last year? Remember when the Washington Nationals did not re-sign Bryce Harper and won the World Series? Well, you know why? It's because if they would have spent all that money on Harper, they would have never gotten players like Patrick Corbin. Players like that, they would have never made it to the World Series. Because all that $330 million would have been wasted on him. So the Nationals are a good team and made a great move not re-signing Harper. But now the Angels are still going through those problems because Mike Trout has to get his first ring soon, am I right? This guy is one of the best, if not the best hitter in baseball. And he's probably one of the best players in our generation. So the Angels, like I said, I'm saying this again, you guys made a huge mistake signing Anthony Rendon. But let's go to the pitching last year also for the Angels, because it's not like their pitching was good. It was actually horrible. So, first of all, the guy they had out there was Andrew Heaney, who last year went 4-6 with a 4.91 ERA and had 118 strikeouts. Then there was Griffin Canning, 5-6, 4.58 ERA, and had 96 strikeouts. Then there was Jamie Barria, hope I pronounced his name correctly, 4-10, 6.42 ERA, and had 75 strikeouts. Jose Suarez, 2-6, 7.11 ERA, and had 72 strikeouts. I think I've said enough. This is 4 pitchers in their rotation who don't even have an ERA under 4. The best one is Griffin Canning, and the best one who was pitching for them was sadly Tyler Skaggs, rest in peace. But still, even if Tyler Skaggs was on the team, it wouldn't have made a difference. Well, the only difference would have been them losing a player because he died. But still, if he was still on the team, the Angels would have still been losing. Because, still, one pitcher is not going to help. So, yeah, Los Angeles Angels, their bullpen, though, wasn't so bad. They had players like Hansel Robles, who didn't do too bad. They had Cam Bedrosian, who was actually pretty good. And then they had Luis Garcia. So they had players like that who, they're good, but they're not, they're just okay. They're not the type of pitchers you want. But yeah, at the end of the day, why the Los Angeles Angels made a mistake signing Anthony Rendon? Because now they're broke and they can't get what they really needed, and that was pitching. And if I had to think of what the Angels will be going in 2020, well, I'm just going to say this. I feel like they're definitely going to be third in their division. But that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. But I will see you all next time. I'm out.